whites go to. There are communist bars where only your really radical leftists, go to these bars. If you're a conservative Republican, you better stay out. Or at least keep your mouth shut while you're there. So you get these bars and places that have a political. And so John liked to hang out at a couple of communist bars in Mexico City. And if you're a gringo doing that, you better watch out if you leave the bar. And so John left the bar one night, and he was jumped by the police, who beat him unmercifully. And they took him down to the police station and told him that he had raped this girl. They were going to throw the book at him. They burned him with their cigarettes. They beat him up. This is the first time I met him. I finally meet this guy. Down there visiting. He comes in with 2 black eyes, missing a tooth here, and burns all over him and everything. And we said, well, what happened? And he goes, well, after they had tortured me, they brought this girl in, and she said, it's not him. And so they made him sign this big piece of paper saying that none of his injuries had been received at the hands of the police. Now I get. And so, and he also dated this girl who was a real brute. There are some Mexican girls that could beat you to a pulp. So he was dating one of them, and she used to beat John unmercifully. Yeah, she would call the apartment and go, Ricardo, donde Juan? Donde Juan? And then when she'd get one, then she'd beat the crap out of him. So, in any case, that was another thing that he did. He also probably killed a guy on Mount Orizaba. John, you shouldn't do this if you're... We called him by that time Black Cloud Fairweather, because a black cloud followed him around everywhere. You should not do this if your karma is this bad. He enjoyed mountain climbing. And he went to this big volcano up in North Mexico, Orizaba, and they were climbing at incredible altitude. And the guy behind John, his harness came off, and he went over the precipice and never found his body. Probably jammed in some, cliff there somewhere. And after John told us that story, I had no doubt that John caused it. That no doubt he was fooling us about. There it is. So I'm sure that this guy's death is caused by John. So anyway, the last time I heard about John, he married a girl from North Carolina. And he moved up to Alaska. And he built a log cabin in this remote area in Alaska, and everything. And what I heard was that they were up there for like 3 years without coming back to the lower 48, and they came back to visit her folks in North Carolina, and at the end of the visit she basically said, you can go back to Alaska, but I'm staying back here. And so the last time I heard that he was still up in Alaska, living in the tundra up there, and his life having that he will.
That's sad.
So many bears in Alaska.
Yeah.
And caribou.
Yeah. Well, I've seen a lot of that kind of stuff. What other stories could I tell you?